Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name Rasda Nanda from class 3B Biology Education. How are you all? I hope it's well and always in God's care. I want to explain the Monera material. Listen careful, don't skip, okay? Next, 1. About Monera. Monera is one of the kingdoms in the biology classification of the five kingdom system, which is no longer in use. Kingdom Monera members include one cell or unicellular living things, according to the Greek origin of Monera, meaning single. This kingdom member occupies habitats even to extreme that no other living things can live in. Characteristics of Monera are composite of one cell unicellular and two varying cell types, bacillus, possum, and spiral, and three prokaryotic cell type, and 4. It has a cell wall, and 5. Eubacter or cell wall contains peptidote, and 6. Archibacter cell wall don't contain peptidokinase, no membrane organs. Next. Monera classification. A. Eubacteria. The bacteria itself was discovered by Anthony van Leeuwenhoek and in person of single-lens microscopes. The bacteria is co-purchased in 1674. He was a stock scientist, as is as in the bacterium itself was introduced by a scientist named Anne Herberg in 1828. Characteristics of Eubacter muscatus. 1. Microorganisms are average 2 inches or 2-3 meter long, 1-2 meter or 2-2 meter weight, and 1 micron in diameter, and 2. Unicellular, living spirituality or solitary or in group colonies, and 3. Cells are relatively fixed in form because their walls are composed of peptidocytes capable of forming endospores, which are thickly walled spores that withstand adverse environmental conditions. And the last, body structures are composite of capsules, cell walls, plasma membranes, cytoplasm, DNA, mesosome, ribosome, and plasmid. Reproduction of Actibacter. 1. Sexual reproduction rather than involving gamete and cell fission. Sexual reproduction involves genetic material exchange or DNA. 2. Transformation is a tiny transfer of genetic material or DNA, or even just one gene, ranging from bacteria to bacteria through a complex physiological process. 3. Transduction is the transfer of genetic material from one bacterium to others through bacteria intermediary or bacterial virus. And 4. The conduction is the direct transfer of DNA between adjacent bacterial cells through a cytoplasmic break. The bacteria that gives its DNA is called the donor bacteria. B. Archaebacteria. Archaebacteria in 1977 by Carl Wozendorff. The term Archaebacteria comes from the ancient Greek of archaeo. Scholars contend that Archaebacteria is the most ancient cells with close kinship to eukaryotic organisms. The membrane of cells archaea live in an extreme environment similar to earliest on Earth. Next, characteristic of Archaebacteria. 1. The structure of the body is simple and is thought to be the first creature in the world. 2. Body size 0 1 until 200 meters. 3. Prokaryotic organism. 4. Cellulose don't have peptidoglycan. And 5. The plasma membrane contains lipids with a branched hydrocarbon chain embedded in glycerol with either links. 6. A solitary life alone or in groups. A variety of shapes separate, stem, spiral, or rectangle. And the last, living in extreme environments, hot water, larvae, seabed, high salty, acid environment. Reproduction of Archaebacter. The rustling reproduction involves diving or binary shaping of shoots or fragmentation, how an organism propagates out of fragments or part of its mother. Archaebacter is often called external organisms because of their ability to live in environments that are extreme, such as thermal springs and once basins. All members of the Archaebacteria are non-pathogenic organisms. Next, difference in Archaebacteria and Eubacter. Characteristic cell walls in Archaebacter shown constant peptidogly and Eubacter contains peptidogly. 2. Characteristic cellulose cell walls in cellulose lipids and in Eubacteria amino acids and glutamate acids. And 3. Characteristic the membrane lipids in Archaebacter some branched hydrocarbons and Eubacter free hydrocarbons. And 4. Characteristic polymerizing RNA. In Archaebacter, some kind, and in Eubacter, one kind. 5. Characteristic intron or the part of the chain that isn't for encoding in Archaebacter is in some genes and in Eubacter no there or nothing. Next, characteristic plasma membranes in Archaebacter contain lipida laced with ether. And next, characteristic plasma membranes in Archaebacter contain lipida laced with ether, and in Eubacter containing lipida with ether. That's all Monera material from me. If you could say, I'm sorry and thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.